Welcome to this Antea Group Safety Observation Solution, powered by IEHS. The typical Antea Group client need is for a tool to support the client processes for prevention of incidents. This process is typically called the collection of safety observations. The client typically has a process in place, but no tool available to collect and disseminate the results. They are able to perform the process but want to perform it consistently across their organization. And the typical client wants the ability to understand trends and have the ability to follow up constructively. Antea Group's clients are benefiting by observing a safety culture where people value supporting each other in working safer. Three features are providing significant benefit to Antea Group's clients. The first feature is easy access to the safety observation form using any device, including phones, tablets, and PCs. The client benefit is that observers are not impeded by having access to the tool. The second feature is simple forms with simple response options. Observers are able to focus on the observation while supported by the tool and not have the tool overwhelm the process. The third feature is our forms for the safety observation has field names and responses that are completely configurable to the client. The benefit here is that the safety observation becomes tailored to your prevention program. Observe how easy it is to enter a safety observation. I clicked on the icon. I'm brought to my facility. The form is pre-populated with a name. The observation date is also pre-populated. I could enter my name. Not all clients like to have that field. I select an observation relationship. I'm going to select peer-to-peer. I then can select the exact location where this observation is taking place. This is obviously very client specific. I click on the behaviors and conditions that I'm observing. I select the type of work activity. And most important, I select whether the observation was one where conditions or behaviors were at risk or safe. This client finally has a description of the observation and any other actions needed. A couple of fine points. You can see red asterisks for required fields, and the question marks allow for the ability to see additional instructions associated with the field. Once complete, I click the send button, and this observation goes into the system and is documented along with all other safety observations. Photos can be attached. However, many clients don't allow that, and I can clear, save, or log out from this interface. Now let's view the incredible reporting and data analytics feature of the Antea Group Safety Observation Solution. The first thing I'm able to observe is every single safety observation that has occurred. In addition, filters are present at the top that I can use to condense the list of filters down to a region, or to a particular location, or to any other portion of the hierarchy that the client has. I could look at just those that were at risk, or I could look at just those that were deemed safe. I could look at them relative to the various behaviors and conditions that were observed, what type of work activity, in which year, in which quarter, and in which month. Suffice it to say that this gives me the incredible ability to drill down and see observations, any of which are important to me. This analytical report is of greatest value to most of our clients. It's a summary of all the data collected but yet has the same filters at the top that allow me to slice and dice this to my heart's content. As you can see, this client has had the sum of 292 and 115 safety observations performed. 292 or 72% of those were deemed safe, and 115 or 28% of them were deemed at risk. Moving over to this graphic, one can see how the observations were made. Peer-to-peer, team member to outside vendor, team member to manager, etc. I can click on any of these and see the results that just pertain to that particular group of observation relationship. I could look at only those observations that were at risk. I can see the same observation relationship now relative to the at-risk observations. And perhaps most important, I can see which behaviors and conditions were observed the most. In this case, it is personal protective equipment, followed by noise, followed by other, working at heights, etc. As you can see, I can expand any of these to any size and export those as well. I can also export this entire page. If, for example, I wanted to understand what I'm seeing with respect to barricade signs and construction, I click on that behavior and condition. I can see the observation relationships, the number of safe versus the number of risk, and I can see where these are being located or being observed. In this case, 5 in APAC, 2 in EMEA, and 1 in the US East region. Clicking others, I can see similar results and work my way through the process. As you can see, these graphics greatly enhance the client's ability to understand what behaviors and conditions are being observed the most, who's observing them, which are safe and which are at risk, and then be able to start to say, I need to do something different to prevent an incident from occurring in this particular location. For example, I might look here and see that there were 62 at-risk observations in EMEA. So what do I know about those? Well, I can see that there were 29 safe, 62 at risk, and once again I can see that personal protective equipment is where the greatest issue is, followed by noise. These analytics are what our clients are finding to be the most beneficial from the Antea Group safety observation process, helping them understand where risks exist in their organization and where programs, policies, equipment, etc. can make a difference and prevent a future incident.